Hi, Julie Jones, mental performance coach from SSB Performance Smarter, Stronger, Better Mindset Training. Here with this week's Mindset Made Simple tip. This week, we're talking about breathing for life, and breathing to control our performance. And this time of the year is NCAA championship time for lacrosse, softball, baseball, and we've just gone through a host of other championships. What a great time to watch great players do their thing and to observe the techniques and the habits and routines that they use in hopes of learning how to better our performance or better the performance of the athletes that we coach. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to watch some softball in the regionals, and Rachel Garcia, the player of the year from UCLA, was doing her thing, walking up to the plate, taking an intentional breath, and then stepping into the box. And we need to think about that as we look ahead to our next performance or the next performance of our athletes, and think about how we can get them to do the same thing. The most important thing about that breath is the act of gathering. Gathering helps us control our thoughts and our behaviors, because we know our thoughts turn into our actions, which affect our emotions and our results, our performance, all these things. It all starts with our thoughts. But taking that moment to stop and gather, whatever that means for our athletes, and then to move ahead to the most important play, which is the next play, or the play that's about to happen. Not the play that just happened, not the play that's going to happen, but the play that's right in front of us, or the situation that's right in front of us. If we're not an athlete, if we're a business person, or anybody else that has to perform in life, or anybody else who has to have a conversation in life, to take that intentional breath can change everything that happens next. But in order to do that, we have to practice it. We have to practice it in good times, so that when the bad times happen, we fall back on our good habits. We don't rise to the occasion, we fall back on our habits. So if we're practicing it in the good times, every time we step into the box, every time we walk into the house, every time we start to say something that we might not deliver in the right way, we're going to affect the outcome a little bit in our favor. We can't always affect the complete outcome, but we can give ourselves a better chance of controlling the outcome by controlling our performance. And controlled breathing helps total control. I just read the book Breath, by James Nestor. And if you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. And it's got me all freaked out about my breathing, because I'm a mouth breather. I don't breathe well through my nose. It's been broken. It's just a disaster. It's even got me to go out and buy these nasal stents to put in to help with my breathing that I now use when I work out. I use them when I sleep. I use them when I'm sitting at my desk. And sometimes I use them driving in my car, and I think, can the other people see me? I am a little crazy, but can they see me with these things in my nose? And in effect, I really don't care, because it's helping my body be more efficient and more effective. It's helping me think better. As we speed up our breathing, it affects our ability to see, it affects our ability to predict, which affects our ability to perform, no matter what it is that we're doing. So asking our athletes to take a second and figure out a routine that fits them, that includes a deep intentional breath, will help prepare them when the pressure comes on. Last night, when I watched Rachel Garcia be composed, I thought, that's why she's a champion. And then I watched other athletes come unglued. And I don't know, maybe they have performance routines and they breathe as well, and the pressure just got to them, or the situation just got to them. But I do know that the more control we feel, the better we perform. And as I read James Nestor's book, I started to focus on my breathing, I noticed something that happened to me as well. I slowed down. As I slowed down my breathing, I slowed down my pace and everything, which made me more deliberate and intentional. I have a tendency to move quickly through things, which I'm sure you do too. And if I can stop and focus on my breath, even for just 3 seconds, it can help me slow and take the next step with intention and follow the plan that I have that may get overrun by my emotion at times. So as we go through the week, or as you look ahead to bringing your athletes back to campus, whenever that is, for basketball in July, or for softball and baseball that are maybe still playing, stop and think about ways you can encourage your athletes to follow Rachel Garcia's plan, and a bunch of major leaguers and a bunch of other players. Whether your game goes back and forth fast, there's always a stop. There's always a time to take a breath. I read in a book the other day that said 15-second breath is the best, but we don't always have 15 seconds. So just one in and out intentionally can change everything. So as you're watching championships this week or throughout the summer, the NBA championships, whatever it is, PGA golf, LPGA golf, take a look at all the people that take an intentional breath and see how much control they have as they move to their next skill. I encourage you to think about it for yourself. I'm thinking about it enough to sleep in these, and I think it's making a difference. It's retraining my body to breathe better. It's helping my brain breathe better. We're taking 5 minutes before we go to bed as a family, not to go to bed as a family, but as we breathe as a family, when we're putting our son to sleep, we take 5 minutes to breathe in 5 seconds, out 5 seconds. We get about 30 good deep breaths to reset ourselves. And we don't have time to do that in competition, but the more we focus on our breath in and out of competition, the more controlled we will be in every aspect of our performance. So have a great week, take a deep breath, and I'll see you next time.